Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's card reading. I'm using Archangel Michael Oracle cards from Doreen Virtue for this week's reading, and I've already shuffled the cards, and these cards seem to really want to come out. A couple of them jumped out. The card for the beginning of the week is Decide to be happy now. This is a card letting us know that the way we feel is a choice. We can, if we have any sort of situation in our lives, the way that we look at that situation affects the way that we feel. And it reminds me of a story that was told to me by a Buddhist nun about a farmer, and I will post a link to that, I think, on the YouTube video, because it's such a long story. It would go on and on and on. But it's a story about the farmer who said maybe when he thought, everybody thought that things were going bad for him, and they said, oh, that's bad, and he said, oh, maybe, but it turned out good. Anyway, that's the way you need to look at things. You need to look at things in a positive attitude, and then you can be happy no matter what's happening in your life. If you decide to be happy, then you can be happy. But we'll read what the card says. Decide to be happy now. My prayer. Thank you for helping me open my heart to happiness, joy and bliss. I am now willing to see all of the goodness in my life. And that's the other thing, is to focus on the good things. Turn off the negative news on the television and focus on the good things that are in your life. Make a gratitude list, and allow yourself to focus on happy things, and you'll draw more happiness to you. So do something joyful like dancing and singing and colouring in or playing with the dog or something like that, and you'll have a happy beginning of the week. And the middle of the week, it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. So this could be relating to a job that you're doing that maybe you need to think about moving to a different job. It could be a relationship that you're in that is not healthy for you, or it could be a habit that you have which is not healthy for you, like if you're smoking or eating, which is something that I do. I eat when I'm not hungry because it's become a habit, that sort of thing. And so there's all sorts of things that this could be relating to, but I think you'll probably know what it is. The other thing it could be is changing your diet so that you're eating more healthy food and not consuming so much processed food, so much rubbish. Eating more healthy fruit and veg and that sort of thing. So I'm pretty sure that you'll know what it is that you need to leave behind. But if not, go within, meditate, and just ask, what is the unhealthy situation that I need to leave? And I'm sure it will come to you. So that's in the middle of the week. And the end of the week, forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. The prayer on that is, I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear toward others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. So I think this is asking you to love yourself as the angels love you. Forgive yourself for perceived errors that you've made, because until you can forgive yourself, might find it hard to forgive others, because let's face it, you spend most of your time with yourself rather than with others. So if you can't forgive the person that you spend most of your time with, how are you going to forgive those others who you spend less time with? So try and forgive yourself, or don't just try, do. You've done nothing wrong. In the eyes of the angels and God, there is nothing that you can do that stops them from loving you. And they know. It's like a child, a toddler, who might do something that we would think is not a good thing to do, but because they don't know any better, they might do something that we think is bad, but we don't stop loving them because of it. We just teach them what we think is the right thing to do, or we just let them carry on, depending on what it is. So the idea is that it's like if you were a toddler, you can forgive yourself for something when you don't know any better. And as far as the angels and God are concerned, you are here on this earth learning how to live as God. So you're not experienced enough to know everything about how to live, and it's by making those small errors that you learn for next time. Or maybe that's not the way I should do it next time. But as in the eyes of God and your angels, you're perfect just as you are, and you can look at yourself like that. You can forgive yourself and know that there's nothing that you've done wrong. So that's the week. It's a week of looking inward and looking after yourself. Decide to be happy now in the beginning of the week. In the middle of the week, leave this unhealthy situation, whatever that may be for you, and forgive yourself in the end of the week, because you've done nothing wrong. Nurture yourself on the weekend. Look after yourself, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I'm sure you will, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.